Hello, my name is Camille Walker Banks. I'm the executive director of Lisk Detroit. Lisk Detroit is a local organization that is a part of the Local Initiative Support Corporation network that includes 38 offices in urban and rural areas across the country, serving more than 44 states. This mission is to forge resilient and inclusive communities of opportunity across America. The goal is that every low-income community has a chance to thrive. LISC equips struggling communities with the capital, the strategy, and the know-how to become places where people can thrive. So we are at a point of life post-pandemic, and there were many Detroiters who were housing insecure before the pandemic, who were set further back and behind as a result of the event, and becoming more vulnerable. So creating long-term affordable housing is foundational to ensuring healthy places for families to thrive and grow. Our response is the Detroit Housing for the Future Fund, a resource available to real estate developers designed to encourage investment in affordable housing, new or preserved rehab multifamily housing. Detroit Housing for the Future, aka Detroit or DHFF, is a private investment fund that launched in 2022. The fund aimed at directing $75 million in capital to affordable housing in Detroit, anchored by a $15 million commitment from JP Morgan Chase and a guarantee from the Kresge Foundation. DHFF is managed by Lisk Detroit and Lisk Strategic Investments and is a part of the larger Affordable Housing Leverage Fund, an initiative with the City of Detroit's Housing and Revitalization Department and the Michigan State Housing Development Authority. So for more information on funding opportunities, please visit lisk.org/Detroit. To date, the Detroit Housing for the Future Fund has closed 7 deals, 3 with developers of color grants, including the Minyon Properties team, to ensure equitable development opportunities and support anyone looking to play a role in our goal to create and preserve affordable housing. 269 units are completed or in progress, and 246 of those units are below 80% area median income. $14 million in debt and preferred equity has been invested in Detroit development projects, and there are 7 projects and deals in the closing process today. I am thankful to the La Chateau apartment developer Minyon Partners for their investment in making these units not only affordable, but they will be beautiful for the people, the residents who are going to be living here, who are living here. So DHFF invested $1.6 million with a total cost of $1.89 million in this project. This is our first DHFF project on the east side, so way to go District 3. All of the units are 40 to 50% area median income. The project created 15 construction jobs. And so it is with gratitude for an impactful partnership that is rooted in our collective mission. And it is my honor to bring to you the mayor of the city of Detroit, Mike Duggan.
So behind me is an apartment building of 30 units in a city where property values are steadily rising as people come back. If we were in many other cities in the country, what would have happened here, which has basically an apartment building that's half empty, somebody would have bought it out, turned out the people who are paying the low rent who are here, and raised the rental rates to take advantage of the higher property values. That's what's happened in this country over and over. But here in the city of Detroit, we have made a commitment that no one is going to be pushed out of our city because of our success. And so we did start the Detroit Housing Future Fund last year for exactly this, to have a source of money they could come in and say, this is going to be long-term affordable housing. And I want to thank Lisk, I want to thank JP Morgan Chase, I want to thank the Kellogg Foundation who bought into this from the beginning. And I know we do these press conferences, all these details, it's hard to follow. What it means is this. 15 people who live in this apartment today, they're not going to be kicked out. They're going to have their units completely renovated, and they are going to stay here long-term with affordable rent. The people who stayed are going to be protected, and we're going to have units for people of low income to come join this neighborhood, build the density. That's the kind of city that we're trying to build, and we're doing it one apartment unit at a time, one neighborhood at a time across the city. And I'm really glad today to have two great partners in that effort right from the beginning. And let me introduce at this time City Council President Mary Sheffield.
Thank you. Great morning, everyone. It is an honor to be here outside of, and I'm happy with all the development that is happening in our downtown and midtown, but to be here in the neighborhoods of Detroit to announce this preservation of affordable housing truly indicates a good day in our city. I want to first thank all of the partners who are responsible for making this project come to fruition. This is truly an example of the private sector partnering with the government, local government, public partnership. And I think it's important that anytime we're prioritizing the needs of Detroiters, it is a win for Detroit. It's good to develop new projects and new affordable housing, but it's equally important that we preserve the existing affordable housing stock that we have throughout the city of Detroit, and that we're elevating the quality of life for the residents that are currently here. This project goes no greater than 50% of the area median income. The city of Detroit commissioned a study and showed that that was actually the greatest need for housing in the city of Detroit. And so this project responds to the needs of Detroiters. And not only is it for Detroiters, but it's going to be built by a Detroiter. And we have a woman of color here who is born and raised in Detroit, who is developing this project, which also really just responds to another need in Detroit and shows and indicates that not only can we as Detroiters benefit from the redevelopment, but we can also develop and redevelop the city of Detroit as well. And so I'm just glad to be here, excited for the improvement in the quality of life for the residents that are going to live here. And any time that we are prioritizing the needs of Detroiters, and we're making sure that anyone, no matter their income, their age, or their race, has access and opportunity in this Detroit, I will be here and I will be present. So thank you to all who are part of this, and I will now bring up District 3 Representative Councilmember Benson.
All right, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. And thank you, Madam President and Mr. Mayor. It is an honor and a privilege, number one, to be here. And it's also just great to be able to stand in front of a long-term unit, 30 units of housing that are now going to be redeveloped and turned into deeply affordable housing. Now, what is so special, I'm going to concur with Madam President as well as the Mayor, is that when you come to the neighborhoods and do development, what may be deeply affordable downtown can be market rate right here in the neighborhoods. And these units are going to be about market rate. So while they're deeply affordable, what they really do is support the local residents who live, work, and play right here on the northeast side in the 3rd District. And so we're really excited about doing that. What you're also going to see are residents who are now able to stay. And with their market rate rents right here in the 3rd District, what you are going to get is a brand new quality piece of affordable housing. Not just your typical, but brand new, something you typically wouldn't be able to afford or see built in the neighborhoods like this. And so when we have Ms. Jones from Minyon Properties, who is creative enough and has the vision to come and invest money, put her money at risk, and then partner with Lisk, who also has that long-term vision of redeveloping our neighborhoods and putting development where you typically don't see it, for the residents who typically don't see this type of investment. It's huge. And so I'm just really honored and proud to be here today and working to support our developers, especially our local developers, who are making our developments FUBU, for us, by us. And it's very, very important. And I want to bring up Ms. Jones from Minyon Development, who is the Managing Director of Minyon Properties.
I would like to thank everybody, the mayor, president, councilwoman, city council. I also would like to ask for my general contractor to stand up here with me if he will. So my name is Katanya Jones, and I am with Minyon Properties. And our goal is to provide affordable and quality living environments to all of those who are in need. We are focused on providing a wide variety of to the special needs population with affordable housing. The demographics we serve will include, but are not limited to, people that are disabled, veterans, seniors, transitional housing if needed, reentry, low income, and other special needs population. Minyon Property believes that housing is a universal necessity that creates positive change for all humans. Our mission and our philosophy stems from 4 key components: respect, we want everybody to have respect, empathy, self-learning, and pride in ownership. Our goal is to impact the quality of life in the city of Detroit by continuing to preserve 10,000 units and redevelop 2,000 new units of affordable housing, and that is our goal by 2025. Minyon Properties will create jobs and opportunities for Detroiters in HVAC, plumbing, electrical, carpentry, and from our future construction and redevelopment projects. Our affordable housing communities will partner with other numerous local and state nonprofits as well as government entities in order to best meet the needs of our community. So we are so excited to be here. We have met the neighbors and the people that live here, and they already feel like family to us. And we are so grateful to LISC for the opportunity. We're grateful to the city of Detroit for the opportunity. We are just new developers, and we work with them, and they worked with us. And I'm standing here to let you know this is possible for anybody. All you have to do is have a dream and a goal, and the resources are here. The resources are here in this city. It is true. They are really here to help, and if you're here to help, they're here to partner with you. Now, I want to turn it over, and I want Thomas to introduce himself.
Good afternoon. My name is Thomas Humes. I'm the owner of Reliable Building Solutions, a Detroit-based general contractor. We were fortunate enough to be selected to oversee the renovations on this project, and we are very excited to do our part to help provide affordable housing to the great residents of this city.
Again, I want to thank all the people who have contributed. So now I will turn it over to Brian. He's a senior vice president, he's a senior VP market manager for PNC Bank, and those are one of the investors with DHFF.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's just actually a pleasure for us to be here. You know, for us, this investment continues to build on our legacy of strengthening communities. So first, I want to thank Mayor Duggan, a little maybe foreshadowing, Mayor Duggan, President Whitfield, as well as looking at Councilman Benson as well for their leadership in this fund. When the city and LISC approached PNC about investing in a fund to preserve affordable housing, we knew this was something that was in direct alignment with PNC's $88 billion community benefit plan, where we look at how do we thoughtfully strengthen minority communities and really make deep investments around affordable housing and entrepreneurship. We're proud to have invested $7.5 million into this fund, but it's really important to know through collaborations how we can do more. So our fellow investors, such as JP Morgan Chase, KeyBank, CIBC, Flagstar Bank, Penske, Citizen Bank, and the Kresge Foundation really allowed us to create alignment between the city, LISC, to really bring this project to hand. It's with honor that we see these projects in the neighborhood also providing capital to minority owners and developers to make more affordable housing happen. So thank you. With that, I'd like to actually hand it over to Keegan Mahoney, who oversees the Housing and Revitalization Department for the City of Detroit.
A big thank you to Brian and the great team at PNC Bank for being great community partners and champions of affordable housing in our city. On behalf of the Housing and Revitalization Department and our director, Julie Schneider, I'm thrilled to be here to celebrate this project today. When we started the Detroit Housing for the Future Fund a couple years ago, we saw a opportunity for buildings like this, these smaller scale apartment buildings that exist all over the city, to preserve these as high quality, affordable housing by partnering with local Detroit developers. So we worked with the great team at Detroit Lisk to design financing tools to make projects like this a reality, and it is so exciting to be here today to see a great example of the vision for this fund come to fruition. I'm really excited to come back a year from now and see all of the great improvements to this building and to the property. Just want to thank all of the investors of the fund, and again, the great team at Lisk, Camille, Vic, Brandon, who do the great work of working with our developer partners and getting these projects closed and improving the quality of these buildings for Detroit residents. I have the privilege of introducing one such resident, a 23-year resident of this property, Miss Mary Graves.
Hi, how are you? I've been a resident here for 23 years. And I want to thank Minyon Properties for asking me to stay on and asking me and my tenants to stay on. We are so excited about the renovation. We can't wait. It's in development. And I want to thank everybody that have confidence in Minyon Products, Mayor Duggan, and just thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hello, my name is Willie Mitchell, and I'm a resident of this apartment, and I appreciate all the help that Mike Duggan and Miss Jones and her husband doing for this apartment, and we just appreciate everything because this is a great apartment in a great neighborhood, and also we do have like say for instance like places around here that give out free food. We also have buses like come here like every summer or whatever and pass out food or whatever to help people. So this is a good neighborhood, and we do have good tenants, and I just appreciate what Miss Jones and her husband are doing because we do need this stuff like this in neighborhoods, apartments like this, and we need the help too. So I thank you again for this.
Great job. We done? Anybody have any questions? All right, we'll have you back in a year to show you a beautifully restored apartment building. Thank you for coming out.